But put your hands together for my dear friend, Charlie Flynn.
Thank you, Amelia. Everyone's gonna get a drink during my set. Hi guys, how are we doing? How are we feeling about it's all of a sudden fall? It's now. I love the cool weather, I'll be honest, but I will admit it's kind of a double-edged sword for my mental health because, like, on the one hand, it's like, oh, the seasonal depression starts creeping back in. On the other hand, I just feel so much like myself again. Like the thoughts that I'm thinking are not great. There's a certain clarity to them that I find really refreshing. So I'm 6'3". Yeah, take it. I was told recently that I don't act like it. Which I did not know how to take that one. It's like, what do you want me to do? Die younger on average? I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I think part of it, I don't fit neatly into a tall archetype. I'm not skinny, lanky, Jim Halpert. But I'm also not buff, tall, 2022 John Krasinski. No, I kind of fall somewhere in between, actually. I think my best physical peg is Julia Child in her later years. That's kind of what I'm working with physically. She was a tall woman, but a handsome woman, so keep that in mind. I think also I don't read as a grown man. I think I give overgrown child at best. I feel like I look like I got left behind on a field trip and just stayed, lived out the rest of my life in that regional art museum. I never got spoken to louder than a whisper. Pulled my clothes out of the lost and found and got all of my sustenance from bagged lunches, gift shop pastries, and culture. It was an amazing life actually until my mom came to pick me up. I'm gay. Pick your jaws up. You heard the Julia Child reference. My older brother is also gay, and when you have another queer sibling, sometimes you tell people that they kind of tense up. They kind of, their minds go nature versus nurture. In my case, I'm here to tell you it's the latter. We were certainly nurtured to be this way. Do you know how Venus and Serena Williams' dad wrote an 80-page plan for their lives before they were even born? I have to imagine my parents did something similar when they were scoping out our media diet, just to make sure we were members of the community. Our sports growing up. Project Runway, American Idol, Top Chef if we were feeling butch. Sure, we would watch the Super Bowl for the ads and for the halftime show, but our real Super Bowl was, of course, the Kennedy Center Honors. That is magic in our nation's capital. There's nothing like it, I fully thought that the song Landslide was written by the Dixie Chicks until I was 16 years old. That was my loss of innocence moment. But then you discover Fleetwood Mac and it's kind of a whole new dimension of queerness. But my parents had the gall to act even 1% surprised when we came out, and yes, it was 1% surprised. But it's baby, wasn't this the plan? Wasn't this what you were doing for? Why did you show us so much Barefoot Contessa and think we weren't gonna want to go find a Jeffrey? It's math, it is science, and we are women in STEM. I think the best example though is that when I was in 7th grade, we were assigned to give a report on a nonfiction book of our choosing. So naturally, at my parents' behest, I went with When You Are Engulfed in Flames, essays by American humorist David Sedaris. So everyone else gets up and they're talking about the Diary of Anne Frank or Expedition Everest, and then I walk up and I'm David and his partner take a wacky trip to Australia. He gets so mad at him for walking too fast through the dingo exhibit at the zoo. And then later, on the plane ride home, David's got a little tickle in his throat, pops a cough drop, it falls right out of his mouth into the lap of the guy sitting next to him. And can you stand it? Can you stand it? But then in the end, David does some soul searching. And he realizes he needs to quit smoking. So he goes to Japan for 3 months, and he really learns a lot about himself. Guys, this book will make you laugh, but it'll make you cry. Really, it'll make you think. They don't have it in the school library, but I'm more than happy to loan you my family's signed copy. We read banned books, okay? Yeah, I do not stand a chance. Okay, guys. Okay, I didn't want to talk about this, but it's like all I can think about right now. Okay, let's get out of the way. Okay, so for the last year or so, I've been in the process of trying to adopt a highway. And, today, I had my home visit, and it went terribly. I had everything ready. I did so much to get the house ready. You know, I installed toll booths, I put up stop signs, I tore down a robust residential community just to make space. And so everything was going perfectly, and then I found out they did a background check, and they saw that in 2016 I liked a tweet from Bernie Sanders advocating for national high-speed rail. They told me it was disqualifying. They said I was not an ideal candidate, and I was blackballed from the entire system. So yeah, it was a hard day. I think maybe though it's for the best. I don't think I was doing it for myself. I think in many ways I was actually doing it for Dwight D. Eisenhower. I like Ike, okay? Okay, I have a question for the culture. How come it's 2022, we live in this uber corporatized society, yet we still cannot schedule send Hinge likes? I think that is something we really need to encourage, because how come if it's 2 a.m. and I want to like you on Hinge, I have to like you on Hinge at 2 a.m. It's not a good first impression. Okay, I want everyone, let's do a thought exercise. Imagine you're laying in bed, scrolling on TikTok at 2 a.m., you're about to fall asleep, you get a notification that I liked you on Hinge. Jump scare. That is the Babadook. I may as well have emerged from a dark alley hi handsome. I also like Lord and Sofia Coppola movies. Should we exchange 7 polite messages and then get a weeknight drink at a bar equidistant between our 2 apartments? Or even worse, you're already asleep by the time I send it. It's the first thing you see when you wake up. I may as well have been standing over you you just look so peaceful. No, it's 2022. We have the technology. I should be able to like you in the middle of the night, have it delivered to your phone the next day at a sensible 5:30 p.m. That way it's oh my god, we bumped into each other on the subway on the way home from work. We have a story to tell our grandchildren. We tell ourselves stories in order to live. Joan Didion, R.I.P. So yeah, I think big tech's trying to simulate virtual reality. Let's think smaller. Let's simulate a meet cute and see where we can go from there. What else? I have been doing comedy for a little while, and people are kind of what's your end goal? What's your kind of biggest dream? What's your aspiration? And sure, I'd love to be on SNL. I'd love to have a Netflix special, but I am pragmatic, and I think the way things are going, I just want to make sure that when the collapse happens, and the oligarchs are kind of choosing who's going to entertain them, I just want to make sure my name's on the short list. Spoiler alert, we're going full techno-feudalism sooner than you guys think. And I see no reason why I shouldn't get to be the court jester. I look amazing in Harlequin print. And I'll do what it takes. I'll do sketch comedy for Bill Gates. I'll ghostwrite tweets for Elon Musk. I'll write "wash me" in the dust on the windshields of Jeff Bezos' spaceships. That's how I'm gonna kind of infiltrate the elite, resist, punch up. I do think it will end with me being electric guillotined. I think it'd be fun to be on the forefront of that technology. A beta tester of sorts. When I die, though, I do, just to make sure everyone in the room knows, I do want to be buried when I die. It seems like these days everyone wants to be cremated. Anyone notice that? Everyone wants to be cremated these days. I don't understand it. Ever since I was a little boy, I've always wanted to be buried. I don't get it, because people are like, no, I don't want to like return to the earth in this beautiful, gorgeous, like natural ceremony that people have been doing for thousands of years. Like, actually, I think I want to be dust in someone's mouth at the beach. Like, or even better, I want to be dust in a shelf on a jar. That's my idea of a perfect eternity. Like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. Or like, also, we're in a climate crisis. We're fully in a climate crisis, and why do you think you are entitled to the fossil fuels it will take to burn your body to a crisp? I don't get it. Like, you're not a Jedi. You're not a Viking. You're a product manager. So, like, get in the box, okay? I think also it's just like, I think it's a conspiracy against me. I think you guys know how badly I've always wanted to be a pallbearer. And you just like, don't want to let me have it. You've seen me like callousing my shoulders for the past 5 years, like lifting everything in sight with a group of 5 other like nondescript white men in suits. And you're like, with my last act on Earth, I want to deny you the fruits of that labor. So I hope you're happy, and I guess you know where you're going. Okay, guys. It's almost the end of my set. Don't cry. But I think it's finally time for me to address the elephant in the room. I did just get a buzz cut. It looks amazing. I know you don't have to tell me. I'm really happy with the way it looks, but I'm especially happy with like the way it feels. Because I feel like I've been like body modding. I feel like now I have like a built-in fidget toy on my body. And this is one my math teacher can't confiscate. Or so I thought. Do you know what it's like to have your brain hanging out when you have to go to 5th period? Do you know what it's like to have the principal tell you you're taking the no hat policy a little far? Do you know what it's like to be told you can come collect your scalp at the end of the day? Do you know the copay on having your scalp reattached at the hospital? Because I do, and it's higher than you think, okay? Yeah, so going into 8th grade, I guess I would say have fun, be yourself. And if you get Mr. Lunt for geometry, good luck, Charlotte.